Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the My Dream Podcast channel. If you're new, please subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like. If you're enjoying the content, check out the rest of videos that's on the channel. Love and respect, tell a friend, My Dream Podcast. Hope you're enjoying all the content on this channel.
The world's cold as a motherfucker, okay? You get older, one thing I learned, only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something.
Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Yo, Chris Rock, you ain't never said nothing so true in your goddamn life. You know, people, I don't even know where I'm going with this one right here. I think it's the hardest thing for a man to explain his feelings, what he's going through. And even when we try, even when we do, when we're talking to a woman just cannot understand. Even when they comprehend, it's like something that is so crazy. Even the most empathetic, even the most understanding woman, even when they get it, they just don't understand it. They can speak on our behalf. They can speak for us. They can say, man, go through this, and man are sad, and man this, and man that, and they just don't get it. And it's amazing. As I grow older and older, I start to understand certain things, like why men don't really talk to women about their feelings, why men don't express themselves. Because really and truly, at times when we do, it feels like a waste of time. We put so much feelings and emotion into expressing ourselves, and then it's like, that's it. Say for example, you're explaining to your woman, well, I'm worried about my health, or I'm worried about my job, I'm worried about something, and she will say, oh, just go to the doctor, or don't worry, it's gonna be fine, don't worry, it would all work out. And in a sense, it's like, okay, you're giving reassurance, but it's like you're brushing it off, and they're giving feedback when, I guess, in a sense, they shouldn't be giving feedback. They should be more on the listening side. Because it's kind of amazing when you think about it, right? Know that I'm really like putting my brain to it right now. Sometimes a woman is talking to her man, right? So when she's talking to her man, think about it, right? She doesn't really want answers. She just wants someone to listen. I guess in a sense, as man, we're actually looking for someone to listen, and give a sense of understanding, a sense of compassion, a sense of, I understand what you're going through. I understand the hardship. How hard it is to be a man, rather than telling you it's gonna be fine. A pat on the back, like, oh, pick up, dust off, keep going. Don't worry, you got it, baby. You got it. Like, stop telling me I got it. If I wanted you to tell me I got it, if I needed someone to tell me I got it, I can tell myself that I got it. I got it. Trust me. I know if I need to go to the doctor, I know I can tell myself to go to the doctor. If I am worried enough to talk to you about it, it's not about going to the doctor. It's more something that I'm dealing with internally, and I'm trying to express to you verbally, and trying to get you to understand my fear, my worries, what I'm going through. Women, children, and dogs, yes, they are loved unconditionally, right? It's not the same for every single person. They're going to be women who go through rough, there are kids that go through rough, there are dogs that go through rough, right? But for the most part, we understand the concept. For people that love their children, they don't just one day stop loving their children. Oh, I don't love my kids no more. I don't love these kids no more. People do not do that. A man don't just get up one day and just like, yo, I don't love my wife no more. I don't love her. I don't want her no more. It doesn't work like that for us, right? It has to have a reason to it, right? When it comes to pet, you don't get up one day and just stop loving your pet. Like, oh, I don't love this dog no more. I don't want this cat no more. You don't get up and do that. But when it comes to man, it's a lot different. The dynamics are a lot different. It's conditionally for us, right? So because we're loved conditionally as a father, I am not a father if I can't provide for my children in some way, shape, or form, right? So if I don't play a role as a father, a protector, a provider, I have to do something. If I'm not the father, then I am the mother. You must be saying, what are you saying? What are you saying? I want you to stop and think about it, right? If the mother is going to be playing the provider role, right? That means the father will now have to be playing the nurturing role. So he will have to be the nurturer. So he's now going to take on the role as the mother while the mother takes on the role as the father. So that father, that dad is actually still providing in some way, shape, or form. It's not as if he's not contributing. If he's the nurturer, if he's going to be the homemaker, the one that's taking care of the home, and while the mother works, well, guess what? He's still playing a role. So if the father is not going to be providing financially, he will have to provide nurturingly. He will have to still play a role. The moment he stops playing a role, it's going to be a problem. I mean, in reality, if you're a father that cannot provide in some way, shape, or form, if you're a husband that cannot provide, then what are you? You're waste. So the truth is, we know that as man, we know our value comes with what we provide. We're the protector, the provider. If we're not able to fulfill our duty in the relationship, in the family, then we are dead weight. Not saying that every woman, every family is gonna break down if the man goes through a rough patch. Yes, you're gonna lose your job. Yes, you're gonna get sick. Yes, there are possible things that's gonna cause you to hit a rough patch. You get layoff. They're cutting back at the job. The contract is done. The company shuts down, so on and so forth, right? It's literally crazy as I'm here trying to articulate myself, trying to compose my thoughts to record. And I'm like, okay, it's just so hard to just these thoughts, these feelings, they're in there. I want to let it out, but it's so hard. It's so hard. We as men, we tend to bottle up our feelings inside, right? We hold them tight. We strangle them. We put them in a box and we lock them up because we know what's in there, and we know the pain. We know the hurt. We know if we unbox it, we know if we open that box and we give into that feeling, we give into those emotions, it's enough to take us over. It's too much. And we know we cannot continue to work. We cannot continue to function. We cannot continue to do what we need to do if we're giving into those feelings. Even at times when your significant other is saying, "Oh, you're not expressing yourself, you're not talking about certain things," and they don't understand that it's a safeguard. We're protecting ourselves. We know really and truly that talking is not going to really help for the most part, especially when it comes to talking about it with a woman. That's why it's important for men to have male friends, a male figure, a friend, a brother, a father, someone they can break down and talk to about the most delicate, intricate parts of their life. Because talking to the spouse, it's not it. They don't understand, and even when you try to explain, they will never get it. They will never get it. And even if by some miracle they were to get it, they still will resort back to their natural way of life. When I say resort back to their natural way of life, to their natural instincts, to their natural programming as a woman, they cannot override that programming. Yeah, maybe for a short while, but the reality is they're gonna fall back into it. Let me give you an example. When it comes to relationship, the dynamics between a man and a woman, right? Before having children, the sex, all of that, the romance, everything is on point, right? Everything is on point. Each of you, you're each other's world, and you want to talk to each other, be around each other, you want to be in each other's arms, you want to kiss, you want to do all of this stuff, you want to make a love, and all of the great lovey-dovey stuff, right? Then boom, here comes baby number one. Baby number one. Baby number one is taking your spot now. Baby number one is now the most important thing to mommy. Mommy has now put you on the back burner. So you're second fiddle to baby because baby needs mommy, baby needs nurturing, baby needs everything. Baby's crying, baby need this. She's way too tired to attend to you, right? No matter how you try to explain to her and try to break it down to her that listen, since the baby, you have, you're way more distant. You're literally not giving me any attention. And she's like, I'm tired, the baby. And okay, understanding. We're the man, we understand. Pops out baby number two. Guess what? Now you're pushed even further back, right? So now the babies are growing, a couple years apart, 3, 4 years apart. The babies are coming along. Guess what now? Mommy's way too tired dealing with babies. Mommy don't really have time for herself, much less time for you. She's not taking care of herself like she used to. She's not taking care of you like she used to. So guess what? It's gonna be tension, it's gonna be argument, it's gonna be madness, right? It's not the case for every single family. There are exceptions to every rule. And for some people, it works better than some. And that's the reality. But in general, sex, romance, everything is going to be cut down at least by 75% when you have children. So if you used to fuck 7 times a week, I assure you, you won't be fucking 7 times a week when you got two fucking babies. Let's get realistic, right? I know I'm cursing, but I'm just keeping it a buck 50 because before the babies, you can fuck like rabbits, and it's all fun and games. You're fucking in the shower, you come out the shower, you're fucking on the fucking bed, fucking on the floor, you're fucking everywhere. But now you have children, that romance, that sex, everything dies down. It's all about the children. And that is why some people do not want kids because they know once you have children, everything, your life is now all about the children, especially when they're young and they need you the most. I know. So I set up all of that to say, right? So you talk to your spouse about this or you get counseling, therapy, and y'all come together, y'all work something out. Say, once a week, twice a week, you're gonna make time for each other. And it's cool, it's cool. The first week, you make time for each other. The second week, a little too tired. By the third week, fourth week, guess what? All of a sudden, she's back to the regular. She's too tired. She didn't remember. Oh, she forgot the day of the week, etc., etc. And guess what? Back to the nonsense again. I have to laugh. I have to laugh. I laugh because I've been there. I've been through it. I know this to be a fact, right? And my first marriage and stuff like that, I went through that. And I remember thinking, like, damn, before the kids, things were this and things were that. Okay, okay. All right. So with my fiance, 2 kids, and guess what? So no, I have 4 kids now. And I already know what I've been through. So now I'm like, okay, I need to navigate, right? And it's actually crazy because before the first baby, right? I told her, I said, listen to me. I have been down that road. I know what it's like. I know what's down that road. And she's like, yeah, 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 yeah. I would never be like that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, all right. We'll see. Boom. We get there and she's like, oh, she's tired, this, that, that. And I'm like, told you so. Pops up baby number two now, right? Because she wants to get it out the way when I have both kids, get back to a sense of normalcy after a certain time. So she want to get the baby breeding thing over with, right? Fine. And I'm just like, damn. Sometimes she's up for it, sometimes she's not. No, as a man with a high sex drive, isn't that crazy? Know that we have babies. Guess what? But no babies are in the relationship and sex is, gone down to, uh. So now it's like, okay, what to do? As a man, we have to internalize and understand now because stepping out is the natural order of things for a man. If he's not getting it at home, he's going to be looking somewhere else. But we have to control that. We have to control our natural urges. We're fighting our natural basic instincts, our natural feeling, our urges, because you're not getting it like you used to, or you're not getting it like you need, but you have to control yourself, right? practice, stoic. You have to know what you're doing. And with that said, a woman, she don't understand. She will never understand. She's like, oh, well, you're a good man, you don't cheat. She doesn't comprehend that biologically we're not wired that way. Biologically, I am not programmed for this. I am literally training myself to be this. I am not that genetically. I am not that mentally. We're using the terms of society and conforming to it to be something we're naturally not. Right? So, for a creature like me that I know naturally, innately, I am polygamous, right? So, living in a monogamous world, it is not my makeup, but society conforming. That's what we're doing. The crazy, crazy thing about it, the woman will look at you like, so, but she doesn't understand that we battle with this each and every day. That's just one small aspect of being a man, something that we deal with each and every day. We're fighting ourselves every day, fighting ourselves to make it, to provide. We're fighting our demons. We're fighting society. We're fighting the world. We're fighting with a woman. We're fighting with everything. Everything is a fight for us. Everything. We're fighting with yesterday. We're fighting with tomorrow. What could I have done? What could I have done better yesterday? What can I do tomorrow? Or can I provide more? Or can I provide just in case I get sick? Just in case I'm not here? How am I gonna provide for my children if I'm not there? What God forbid if this, like, literally every day. Every day is a journey. Every day is a challenge. And we are fighting battles left, right, and center. We're on the battlefield. We're at war. Every day is a war. Every day we go to war. If it's work, if anything we're doing, it's a battle every day. Man, that's our life. If you're a sport player, if you're a businessman in a suit, everything is a battle. Everything is a fight. And sometimes it's crazy because when we come home, then we're fighting again. We fight, we fight, we fight, we fight. Everything is a fight. And sometimes we just don't have the energy to fight. Sometimes our woman is like, you're not explaining yourself, you're not talking, and she doesn't even understand that, yo, I'm done. I'm way too weak. I don't have the energy for this. And she might think it's neglect, she might think it's not care, but she just doesn't understand what it's like to be a man. As Docs would say, it's a lonely road, and they don't care about what you know. It's not about how you feel, but what you provide inside that home. And it's crazy because this life can really beat you down. Got so much emotions, like, it's hard. It's really hard as a man. I'm not saying it's not hard for women, but society has made it so that we are just like robots. And we understand that it's been that way. And we understand why it's been that way. Because it's hard as warriors. We know we're not supposed to break down to other warriors because we have to be stoic and be strong. So we got to put on for the other warriors, right? We don't show weakness because we're soldiers, and we don't show weakness to our family because we're soldiers, and we don't show weakness to our kids because we're soldiers. It's as if everything we have to put on our armor, put on our shield, and be that soldier, be that rock that we're supposed to be. But there are times when we're dying inside. There are times when the world is beating us down. There are times when we're literally on our face, on our knees, and it's like we have to pick ourselves up. We have to find the strength to go on. We have to find our purpose, and remind ourselves what we're fighting for. Yo, there are days when a pick me up would be good, would be great. And then guess what? You need that pick me up, and you and your woman start arguing, and it's just like, fuck, like, right now you need a pick me up and she's giving you a beat me down. you know and that's how it is sometimes. Yeah, life is crazy like that. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't think nobody give a damn about our broken hearts. Our children are gonna love us as long as we provide something, provide comfort, provide them embrace. We teach them, we care for them, nurture them, provide for them. Yeah, but it's still conditional. If we weren't doing those things, they wouldn't love us. Shit, they wouldn't even know us. But the fact of the matter is, you can be the best father in the world providing everything. The moment you stop providing, you no longer that great father. You can be the greatest husband. You do everything. And the moment you can't, the moment you're not able to, then guess what? You fail. You fail and you fail miserably. And that is the reality for us. We know that we got to keep working, we got to keep providing, we got to keep protecting. I mean, it is our purpose in life, but there are days when we need service, we need to pick me up, we need help. You know what I mean? But hey, I don't even know if I'm expressing myself properly right now. As I said, it's hard to really talk about things like this. There are times when the world is on your shoulders. But guess what? Can't cry when life gets hard. You know what I mean? Just gotta keep going. I know a lot of men commit, a lot of men take their own, but listen, you just gotta stay strong, man. You gotta stay strong. You gotta seek help. If you know if the burden of the world, if the world is beating you down and you know you can't handle it and you're at a breaking point, try to reach out for help. Too much men are out here, throwing their life away, leaving their kids, leaving their family. You know what I mean? You just gotta always remember, as long as you have life, as long as you have health and strength, you know what I mean? There's always a chance to turn it around no matter how bad it is. So don't give up. Just keep fighting, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, life is the most beautiful and important thing in this world. Whether it's your life or your children life, your family life, life is beautiful and it should be cherished and protected. It's just me reasoning, man. It's the My Dream Podcast channel. Just a reasoning. Do you agree? Do you disagree that men are only loved conditionally? I don't even know if I broke it down properly. I don't even know if y'all understand. You know, it is what it is. Love and respect, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.